man who once called American military intervention stupid, who mocked past presidents for dragging the US into endless wars, is now proudly announcing that he's bombed nuclear sites in Iran. Welcome to the contradiction that is Donald Trump 2011 versus 2025. Let's break down how the self-styled anti-war candidate has become the face of a potentially devastating new conflict. Back in 2011, as President Obama launched US operations in Libya, a private citizen named Donald Trump tweeted, "Gaddafi is dead. The so-called rebels took over. Now what? What did we get out of this? Nothing." And that wasn't a one-off. He regularly condemned the Iraq war, called out Bush and Obama for wasting trillions, and famously said, "If I become president, we are getting out of this stupid wars." He called military action a sign of weakness. In 2025, he even said that the US should act like a neutral negotiator in the Middle East. So when Trump entered the 2016 race, many Americans, especially disillusioned veterans and anti-interventionist conservatives, actually saw him as a peace candidate. Fast forward to today, President Trump has just bombed Iran's most fortified nuclear facilities, sending over 100 aircraft in a joint operation with Israel. Not only did he authorize the attack, but he celebrated it in classic Trump fashion, calling it monumental, brilliant, and a warning to our enemies. He even left the door open for regime change, something that in his own word was once the worst foreign policy mistake in US history. So, what changed? Why the flip? Strategy or hypocrisy? There are a few ways to read into this. Political calculation being number one. Trump's re-election campaigning thrives on strength optics. Nothing says tough on terror like bombing nuclear sites. After a chaotic few years in office, this may be about projecting dominance, especially with rising threats from Iran and China. Pressure from allies. This wasn't a solo show. Israel likely leaned hard for US involvement. Trump's desire to be seen as Israel's staunchest defender may have overridden his old anti-war views. Number three, different kind of war. Trump might argue this isn't a war in the Iraq or Afghanistan sense. No ground troops, no long-term nation building, just targeted strikes. But let's be real, if you bomb another country's nuclear facilities, you are inviting war, period. Number four, ego and legacy. Trump's always wanted to be seen as the president who is not weak. If Obama got Bin Laden, maybe Trump wants the title of the man who stopped Iran. So it's all about branding. Let's not forget, this is the same Trump who, during heightened tensions between India and Pakistan recently, offered to mediate peace, saying, "If I can help, I would love to be a mediator. I'll do whatever I can." That was Trump, the deal maker. Trump, the neutral negotiator. Trump, the man of diplomacy. And now, Trump, the bomber. Trump, the regime buster. The irony writes itself. But here's the problem. When leaders treat war like branding as a spectacle for applause, real people pay the price. Bombs do not tweet, they kill. And contradictions like this, they do not expose a leader's hypocrisy. They expose a system where military aggression is always just one crisis away from being repackaged as courage. Trump said war was weakness. Now he's marketing it as strength. The question is, will America and the world buy it?